Hello, friends. We hope you all are enjoying your day. We know for several of you, school has started back in unusual form due to the pandemic. I am sure it will take some getting used to. Or maybe you are listening while working on a refinishing piece. Either way, we hope you enjoy today's show. We are eager to share what we have been working on here at Zebra, and we have a special guest to share that news with us. We also have a great Ask a Refinisher segment featuring Jen with perfectly imperfect furniture restoration and a few pertinent announcements for you in our newsworthy segment. This is Zebra's Before and After Furniture Refinishing podcast. I'm your host, Lane Ball. Many of you have frequented our enjoyzebra.com website over the years, but just like an old piece of furniture needs refinishing, we felt it was time to do the same to our website. To share the news of our new site and other exciting news, we have Zebra's VP of Sales, Bree Hansen, joining us. Hi, Bree. How are you?
Good. Hi, Lane. How are you?
I'm good. I'm in that mode where you look forward to fall, but you don't want to rush into winter. You know how that is.
Oh, I know. I hear ya.
Seems like summer has gone by so fast, but I do look forward to the cooler weather in fall.
I know. And you can actually feel fall and it doesn't hop right to winter,
I
but
know.
it'll be nice.
Well, the last time you and I were on the podcast, you were talking about your video series, Zebra Home Crafting with Bree. And by the way, those are featured on our Zebra Home Painting Instagram, IGTV channel. And in a few minutes, we'll share a new location. You can also enjoy the details of these crafts. Anyway, we mentioned that you have a little girl, Emma, and I think we talked about the difficulty getting sleep at night with a little one in the house. So we have to get an Emma update. How old is she now, and what new thing is she doing or has discovered of late?
Oh, yes, Emma. She is 6.5 months now, so she's getting so big. She's just such a joy. She's getting to such a fun little age. She just started crawling the other day, so she's already on the move. And she's talking, making all sorts of noises, eating food now. So she's just growing up and becoming a little human very quickly.
And I'm sure you're documenting every moment, right?
Yes, trying. Although I'm crafty and I always thought, oh, I'm going to have the best baby book and I'm going to, have all the things written down and all these pictures printed out. And I haven't written one thing in it yet. So I'm just hoping, I keep saying, okay, I'm going to get all of my pictures organized, printed out, and I'm going to sit down and do it one day. But it's looking like that's going to be more towards the year mark that I'm going to get to that, but still have high hopes.
You will, especially if you enjoy crafting, and you do. It's funny. We were talking with our kids the other day, and it's really kind of a neat age to come into as far as a generation because everything is so documented. I mean, we have to, at least for me and my wife, we have to go way back, and we only see clips, because that's when they were using the old video reels. And so today, I think it would be so cool to see what you look like running around as a little toddler, and all of that's going to be so documented. So Emma is going to be able to see every aspect of her growth when she gets to be a teenager, and she's probably going to enjoy that. It'll be fun.
Yes, yes, definitely. I know it's fun to go back and watch those old VHS tapes, though.
Well, I have to say, Bree has been working really hard over the last few months to get our new website up, and we are excited about this new site for multiple reasons. By the way, you can go to our website now if you are at a computer and peruse as Bree discusses this cool site. It is enjoyzebra.com. Just make sure you spell zebra with an I. So tell us about it, Bree.
Okay, yes, we are so excited to launch the new site. It's going to be a completely different shopping experience. We've redesigned the whole website for easy shopping, easy brush finding. So we have some cool aspects of the site that are a little bit different than any other site you see out there in the painting industry. We actually have a brush finder quiz. So you can go in, look for your project that you're doing, and then it'll pop up whichever brush that we recommend you use for our project. Really excited about this feature because all of our brushes are designed for the application. And we really want to, teach consumers about our brushes and what the best projects are for our brushes. So really excited about that. We also are launching a pro program. So if you're a professional painter, furniture refinisher, or any type of, painter in a professional industry, you can go onto our website, apply, and actually get a bulk discount, which is super exciting. And then another cool feature is our pro map. So we have a map dedicated to finding a professional painter near you. So if you're looking for a professional painter, whether it's someone to come and paint your house or a furniture refinisher, you can go in, type in your zip code, and find those local businesses near you. Or if you're a small business that wants to be featured on our map, you can go on, apply, and we'll add you to our map. So just some cool features, the blogs on there. We're also launching some kits with other paint vendors on there. So we have a collaboration bundle right now with a couple different paint companies on there. So it's just some really exciting things.
Yeah, and I think, a lot of times when you think of a website, especially a product website, you want it to have great navigation. And you mentioned earlier the easeability of shopping. And this particular website is so well designed that it has all those features. But as you just mentioned, it has a lot of interesting and fun things to do on the website. And the brush finder, it's almost like a quiz. And, I just have to say, I hate taking tests. I remember in school, you remember when the teacher would say, pull out a white sheet of paper, put your name at the top. This is going to be a pop quiz. And my heart
Oh,
would sink. This
I
this is
hated that.
I know they were the worst. But this is, as you mentioned, it's called a brush finder, but it's really a lot of fun. But if you're not sure about what brush you need for the type of application that you're going to be painting, I mean, it just really very smoothly guides you through that process. And so, I don't, it's even if you do know, it's kind of fun to go out there because not only will we tell you what brush you need, but we'll also give you some recommendations on some other brushes as well. It really is a lot of fun. Let's talk a little bit more about the blog because, as we mentioned earlier, Zebra Home Crafting with Bree, those videos that you do, those are really great inspirational videos for folks that are interested in crafting, and they can see those on the Zebra Home Painting IGTV channel, but they can also see them on the blog now. So tell us a little bit about how that's set up.
Yeah, so we have a blog dedicated to zebra home crafting. So you can actually go search for the craft that you maybe saw on Instagram, or maybe just want to peruse to get in some inspiration. And it'll go through step by step with photos and explain how to do the craft. But then the part that I like the most about it is that it gives you links to buy all the supplies that you need for the projects, even not only our brushes, but wherever we got our materials from Michael's or Amazon, all those links will be in there. So it'd be super easy to complete the project if you're interested.
Yeah, it's not only to be inspired, but also the convenience of having all of those things in one place that you can link to is really, really good.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, another really great feature is that when you're looking at the individual brushes, as you scroll down all the way at the bottom, there's some really cool inspiration shots. Tell us about those shots and how others can maybe see some of their photographs in there on the website.
Yeah, one of the things that we wanted to make sure we incorporated on our site is just to be able to feature all of the great work that all of our followers and all of the communities that we've been a part of out there, being able to feature them on the website. So we created a section where we're pulling your work that have been painted using our zebra brushes, and each of the product pages are different. So it's geared towards the specific paintbrush that they use to paint their projects, to provide inspiration. And we would love it if you shared with us through social media. So if you use the hashtag Zebra Inspo, we'll pick it up and we'll pull it on the site and we can feature it, on those product pages, as well as on our homepage where we're featuring some of the testimonials with the projects that people have painted. So we're excited about that and kind of continuing that community through the site.
There's also some home inspirational stuff out there. Tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, so then the other section that's part of the blog tab on our site is just some articles that feature some of the Instagram content that we featured on Zebra Home Painting. So whether it's a white kitchen feature or maybe painted blue rooms or some really cool libraries, we'll be adding much more inspirational content out there. So if you're in the need of, redoing a room in your house, you can kind of go to one of those articles and search for some inspirational images to see if there's anything you like out there. So we're excited about that as well.
Tell us about the Show Me How section that we have.
Oh, yes, I almost forgot about that. So, that is a whole page dedicated to videos on how to clean our brushes, what to do if paint dries out on the brushes, how to cut in with our brushes, or to paint over dirt or like a soiled piece of furniture. So great videos out there to kind of show you how to use our brushes in different ways.
And we look forward to continuing to add to those as well. So we'll be growing that library there as well. And you mentioned the zebra map. I just like to say on that this is really cool because not only can you find, the retailer that carries the brushes that you are looking for, the zebra brand brushes, but also, as Bree mentioned, the ability to find pros in your area, and so that's just incredibly exciting, and that will continue to grow as well. And we'll continue to add to that as we get more pros, whether it be furniture refinishers or pro painters or decorative faux painters, will be a part of that as well. So we look forward to growing that. Well, with the new website, it's always exciting to be able to feature new products as well. And Bree, you touched on this just a few seconds ago. Let's develop it a little bit further, but we have those kits out there that we have put together that we feel like will be very beneficial for people, even along the lines of application specific. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, we are so excited about these kits. They've been on our blog shop recently, but we're excited to officially launch them on our website. And we've added a canvas bag. So you will actually get a free canvas bag with your brush kit when you buy it, which is really exciting. Great little storage bag for your kits. But we've designed a couple of curated kits that are designed for everyday projects. So whether you're doing a room makeover and you need to repaint your room, there's a room makeover kit. Or maybe you're a furniture refinisher and are doing some furniture, there's a furniture refinishing kit. Or maybe you're not sure what brushes you want and you love our brushes and just kind of want a bundle of our best of zebra brushes. Well, there's a kit for that and a couple other kits. So we're excited to kind of offer you a special discount when you buy them and bundle them together, as well as offer you a free canvas bag to carry them in when they're not in use.
Yeah, this is an incredible deal, as Bree just mentioned, because you're getting a bundle of these brushes for these types of applications, and you're getting a good deal with them. But to be able to get the canvas bag with it as well, to be able to store them, is really cool. But I'd have to say this because a lot of times when I go online to purchase product, one of the things I'm always looking at is that, okay, what about shipping? Because oftentimes, depending on what you're buying, the shipping costs can really drive the price up. And so tell us about these kits and shipping cost.
So, with the new site, we are launching free shipping on orders of $35 or more. So, with most of the kits, you will get free shipping, which is great. So, you just have the cost of the kit, you have free shipping and a free canvas bag to carry your brushes around.
Okay, so we have the canvas bags. Tell us what is written on the canvas bags.
Yeah, so we have two different canvas bags. One's a small and one's a larger canvas bag, but both of them are decent size to be able to fit paint brushes in. On the smaller bag, it has a fun saying, "Oh, the things you'll paint." And on the larger bag, it says, "Good vibes and paint lines." So just some fun little sayings that are cute to carry around and store your paintbrushes in. I personally, I do use them for paintbrushes, but I also have a couple in my purse where I throw random baby items in or makeup or whatnot. So they're a great versatile little canvas zipper bag.
They are Our two girls love to draw in color
Mm.
and use markers, so they have discovered these bags for school as well. So that's as you just said, there's multiple benefits to them. Now we have to absolutely talk about the aprons. We can't avoid talking about those because they're really pretty unique in every respect. Tell us a little bit about the aprons.
Yeah, so also very excited about the aprons. So if you've watched any of my IGTV crafting videos, I wear them in the videos. And it's a smock style apron. They have a gray wash to them, and they have those same fun sayings that are on the canvas bags on the aprons. So we have two sayings on the aprons. Oh, the things you'll paint, and then paint in my hair, don't care. So just really fun, cute little aprons, great to throw on when you're doing any sort of painting project. They got pockets in them so you can throw your brushes or your paint or whatever else you need in the pocket. So Those will also be on the site along with those canvas bags and the kits.
And they're pretty stylish, aren't they?
They are, they're fun.
I'm not surprised, Bree, with your design background in clothing, that we wouldn't have some really cool, stylish aprons.
We tried to find something fun and a little different than your typical apron.
Well, they certainly make the cut. They're really cool. Okay, so we've got to talk about two brushes that we have that are new to our line. So tell us a little bit about those brushes.
Well, first I'll just say that with the new site, obviously we're so excited about the look and the feel of the new site, but there's also
Hmm.
all these fun new products and hidden surprises on there, which will be fun for customers to go on and find. But we are launching two new products on the site, which will also be featured in Home Depot starting this week as well. Our 2.5 inch angled sash. So we have historically our biggest size has been the 2 inch, so we're launching a 2.5 inch. It will have a long handle, so we're excited about that. And then our round brush, we've actually redesigned to have the stubby handle, which we've had a lot of feedback from, changing it from the long handle to the stubby. So we're excited to bring the round short handle brush and launch it with the site and see the feedback on that. But I think everyone's going to be very excited to get that new brush.
Yeah, and it's really interesting because you just mentioned the 2 inch angled sash, a long handle that we call it. That brush is extremely popular. And it's interesting, we cover the spectrum with the type of customers that use our brushes, whether it be furniture refinishers, decorative faux painters, DIYers who are doing a room maybe for the weekend, but also pro painters. And to be able to carry the 2.5 inch angled sash is incredibly strong because the pro painters have requested this for a long time. And we've also found that interesting. It's no less of a brush interest for of a brush with the furniture finishers as well. So we're excited to see that brush cover the spectrum, and it's in a different kind of a package. Tell us a little bit about that package.
Yeah, so we're calling it the quick box package. And it's, our normal packaging you have to undo and then kind of fold over a couple flaps to get the brush out. And this one, there's no flaps, there's just an outer flap. You just open the box, as we call it, slide out the brush, and it's ready to use. And then it's a great little storage box that you could use and put your brush back in when it's not in use. So we're really excited to see the feedback on the quick box, and might even decide to change out the rest of our packaging if we get a good response from it.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's so important, and we've emphasized this over the years, to clean your brush well, but also to store it back in its brush keeper. And I know one of the deterrents of that is, as Bree just mentioned, the hassle of the typical brush package of having to sort of wrap it back up into its keeper. But as she just mentioned, calling it the quick box is a good reflection of what this is, because it's really easy to just put it right back in its place conveniently. And the box material is sturdy, so it's going to protect it as you store it. We also have, as she mentioned earlier, the round short handle brush, but it's also in a new package. Tell us a bit about that package.
Yes, so that we are launching in a full plastic sleeve. So that will be different than our cardboard paper packaging that the detail brushes are in now. This will help secure our brushes a little bit better because it'll be fully encased in the plastic, but also just look really nice because you can see our brushes fully through the packaging, as well as have some new little pictograms on the front of the package to really detail out the projects that brush was designed for. So we're also excited about that new package.
Well, we can't leave the podcast without talking about a few other products that we have out there, and something that's called the Speed Drop. What is that product?
So it's a product that we've had for a little while, but most of you may not be familiar with it. It's a really neat tool that will really help any painting project. So if you're painting a room or maybe painting a staircase or anything in your kitchen, they're just easy, like a drop cloth, but it's designed so that you can just place it down on the floor and kick it into place really easily. So you don't have to mess with, unfolding a canvas, big drop cloth, placing it in place. It's got foam on the bottom, so it has a easy stick. It won't slip, and just really easy to place on your floor, on your stairs, on your countertop, and protect whatever surface you are needing to protect from any paint dripping down as you paint.
And Bree talked about the benefits of this product, the Speed Drops. One of the things that I've always liked about it is that depending on what you're painting, especially if you're as a furniture refinisher painting, these would be great products to put underneath your furniture pieces, because as you kneel down to work, as you're working on the legs of a piece or the underneath, it's nice to be able to kneel on something that's soft. They're triple layered, so there's a little bit of foam, as she mentioned, that is just enough to sort of take away that harshness of a hard floor or a concrete floor. And of course, you're going to protect the flooring underneath as well. So, really convenient product that I hope you guys will look into. And then, of course, we have one other product that is a little bit different from the other products that we've talked about. Tell us about it.
Yes, our Open It package opening tools. We are excited to kind of bring this back and have a focus, have a place for it on our new site. It is kind of I call it the perfect kitchen drawer gadget tool. I keep mine in my kitchen drawer and use it all the time, but it is designed for opening plastic packages. So sometimes when you get those clamshell packages in the mail and it's really hard to get your scissors in and around, it'll cut your hand or poke your hand from cutting the plastic. These have an angled jaw on them. So when you cut through with this tool, it'll actually slide the plastic away from your hand and you're able to kind of zip the scissors around the package and open it easily. It also has a utility knife on the end of the scissors so that you're able to easily open packages, boxes, slides through shipping tape really easily. It'll snip through zip ties. I use it to cut flower stems, really anything I need to cut that's bigger than a piece of paper. And I grab the tool and use it all the time. So just a really handy little tool to have around your house and keep in your car or your garage or your kitchen or wherever it may be. So that will also be on the site. And all of these items will be under the additional products section of our site. So you'll be able to find the aprons there, the canvas bags, the speed drops, the open it. It should all be there. And it will be exciting to kind of see those new items come to be. The other thing I just want to mention is with all these new products, we also have a couple sneak peeks on there. So we have a top coat brush and as well as a pointed round brush that you'll see on there. And we are hoping to have those early 2021. We don't have the date yet, but we wanted to go ahead and put them on the site so you could see them. We do have some prototypes in, and we're all obsessed with them and can't wait to get the final ones here. But you'll also see some sneak peeks of up and coming products, which we're excited about as well.
Yeah, thanks for mentioning that, because it is exciting. And as we continue to grow and develop our product lines, it's exciting to be able to see what the possibilities are. And we as a team, we get really excited about the development of products because we're always trying new things and always taking a few steps back and saying, how could we do this differently? When we think about the different applications in painting, we're always talking to our friends, whether it be furniture refinishing friends or pro painter friends. It's always about listening. And then as we actually paint, because we're painting a lot ourselves. And so we're constantly thinking through the processes and how to make the process of painting, laying down the application of paint on these different, whether it be furniture or whether it be a wall in a home or whether it be cabinets, how to do them better. And so we really get pumped when we start talking about new products. And so we wanted to be able to give you guys those sneak peeks to see what we're working on. And there's actually other things as well that we're not at a place to be able to share with you guys at this point, but we're still developing and working on. So we have a lot of exciting things coming in 2021. Wow, that seems so strange to say that. That doesn't even seem right to say 2021. I had to
I
stop and
know,
think about
but can you believe it? 2020's
Oh,
coming
it's
to an
crazy.
end.
Oh man,
Ugh.
it is crazy. But I just want to say this before we close. I know for us in the Zebra Crew, anytime you work for a company and you're part of the process of development of products, and just as the company grows, it's always exciting to have a great representation of that company, and to be able to get this website up and for it to be as complete as it is and as thorough and there's so much thought that went into it, and to be able to navigate clearly through it, to be able to have the easeability of shopping as we talked about, and to get inspiration from it, it's really, really fun. And so, we wanted to give accolades to Bree because it's a lot of hard work to put all this together. And so she has captained this and overseen this and worked hard. And so hopefully she can get a little bit of a breather now that the website is up. But we want to say thank you to her for all her hard work. And I know we're going to enjoy it as a crew, but we know you'll enjoy it too. So we look forward to hearing your feedback on it. So I don't know, great job, Bree. And we just really appreciate what you've done.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. That means a lot. It's always a team effort though. But yes, we will have a new chat feature on the website. So we'll all be manning the chat. So if you ever want to say hi, you can just type in to that little chat box on the new website and we can say hi.
All right. Now go take a break, Bree. Enjoy your day.
Oh, well, we have to tell them one more thing that we want to offer a special coupon for all the listeners for launch week. So we will be having a coupon code launch15 that will be active from today, September 2nd, for a week until September 9th. So if you use the code launch15, you can get 15% off your order with the new website.
Well, that came from the VP of sales, and so she knows about this stuff. So take advantage of that. That is an incredible offer.
Yes, we don't do them often, so we're excited to share.
Okay, great. Thanks so much, Bree.
Thanks, Lane.
Our Ask a Refinisher question today comes from Jess with Oak and Grain Restorations. Jess had several great questions. Her questions are for Jen with Perfectly Imperfect Furniture. Jen has been on our podcast several times. She is a podcast guest pro. She is highly respected in the furniture refinishing community and definitely a friend to many. She turns out beautiful pieces daily. Welcome, Jen. How are you today?
Good, Lane. How are you?
I am great. I just have to say it's a bit humid here in the South, but as I always say, that is to be expected. So, what's your weather like? Is it better than what I'm experiencing with the high humidity?
It's probably a little bit better than that, although it just started downpouring. So rain is like one of my least favorite weather to have, but it's cool. It's like 65. It's starting to feel a little bit like fall, which makes me a little bit sad, but it's
Yeah.
that time of year, so
Well, it's like you were saying on the last podcast, you really enjoy the summer weather because your winters are so long. So hopefully it'll be extended. Sometimes some years it seems like the fall is short, and then some years it tends to go on for a while. So I'm hoping at least down here as well. But I have to say, if you're getting rain, we're getting rain too. So it's one of those, maybe it's just raining across the country today.
a rainy Monday.
That's right. Well, I'd like to ask you too, being a professional refinisher, what are you working on today?
So today I am working on a custom piece. It's a dresser that my client brought to me that her son has had, since he was little, and now he's 13, and they're kind of giving him a bedroom refresh. And I was really excited when she told me what color they wanted. They redecorated his room in really neutral colors, whites, creams, tans, but then they wanted this dresser to kind of be the pop of color in his room. So it is a really deep, beautiful green, and green is my favorite color. It's
Mm.
Amsterdam Green by Annie Sloan. And it's really cool because he's into duck hunting and things like that. So that's kind of why he
Uh,
chose that color. So I'm super excited to get that finished and staged up. I think it'll be really pretty.
that's going to be nice. Well, we'll look forward to seeing those updates on your Instagram account. Okay, so here is Jess and her questions.
Hi, Lane and everyone. This is Jess from Oak and Grain Restoration. My question is for Jen from Perfectly Imperfect. And I know a few weeks ago she touched on this in episode 27. But I'm curious, how do you deal with hagglers on Facebook Market, Craigslist, and the like? At what point do you consider dropping your price if your piece doesn't sell? Do you have a blanket response for those trying to talk you down? And if someone has tried to critique your piece to get a discount, do you turn them away as a buyer? The online marketplace can be a tough environment, as we all know. Thanks so much for sharing your expertise and being a constant inspiration for me, Jen.
Wow, Jen, Jess has some great questions for you. We are eager to get your expert advice and insight on them.
Yeah, loaded questions, but a very good one. Hi, Jess, and thanks for asking me. Her and I talk a little bit over Instagram. She's become a really great friend. So I guess first of all, dealing with Marketplace and Craigslist. Luckily, I don't have to post my pieces on those forums as much anymore. However, when I first started, that was an excellent way to get my pieces out there. Now my pieces mostly sell through my Facebook business page or my Instagram page. But I do have some advice for you guys because, like I said, I think when you're a beginner, that's a great place to start. I would say that in order to avoid those hagglers or people that try to talk you down on prices, make sure that you're posting really great pictures. So make sure that they're the same pictures that you would post on your business page or your Instagram page so that when people are scrolling through Marketplace or Craigslist, they stand out. So they don't look like the piece that someone is just looking to get rid of. And also, whenever I do post on Marketplace, I always tag my business page with that. So I will give a description of the piece, include several great pictures, and then at the very end, I will say something like, please feel free to check out more of my work at, Perfectly Imperfect, Facebook or Instagram, so that people, they know that you are a professional, furniture refinisher. You're not just someone looking to dump this for a low price. Even with that, though, you will get people that will ask if, you will take this or if you're flexible on the price. And I don't necessarily have a blanket response for that, like she asked, but I will say something like, I'm a furniture refinisher and I produce high quality pieces and furniture and I price them accordingly. If I ever choose to put these pieces on sale, I will lower the price. But at this time, this is the price. Or if I'm ever running a sale or something like that, I will lower the price. But as of right now, this is my price. And honestly, most of the time, people get that and they respect that. I really haven't had a problem with people coming back with negative or rude responses to that. The other part of her question was, if someone will try to critique your piece and if you'll turn them away as a buyer because of it. Again, I haven't had a lot of that, but it's sort of the same concept. If they're going to go to the effort to look for the negatives or imperfections of your piece, they probably aren't the client that you necessarily want to have anyway. So I don't think I would turn them away as a buyer unless it was something that they were very, very rude about or something like that. But I would just make sure to explain to them, what I do and why I do it and how I do it, how long I've been doing it, the products that I use and stuff like that. And then I think that people usually get that.
That's good. Now, what about the idea of dropping your price if it's not selling?
So that was something that I also talked about on the last podcast. And that is something that I typically do not do unless a piece has been sitting for a long time. And a long time can be different for everybody. One of the biggest things for me is space. I don't have unlimited space. So if I get to the point where I'm running out of space, this piece has been sitting for a month and it hasn't sold, then I will consider dropping my price. And usually I just drop it, a little bit at a time. I don't do drastic price reductions because I feel like that also might look like you are just trying to dump this and, care about all the work and everything that you put into it. So I'll just drop it a little bit at a time. If it gets to the point that even after I've dropped the price to the point where I feel comfortable with and it still isn't selling, I personally would rather try to find a place for that piece of furniture in my own home, maybe gift it to a family member or a friend, maybe do a giveaway, which that has been really successful for me in growing my business. So I'll, put it on Facebook and say, like, comment, share, be entered to win this piece. Or what I've done quite a few times, which has also been really successful, is I've donated to charities. So I've had people reach out to me asking if I would donate like a piece of furniture or a gift card or something like that. And those pieces that haven't been selling for you, that's a great way to not only give back, which I love doing whenever I can, but also to get your name out there. There's one organization, it's MDA, Muscular Dystrophy Association, that I donate to every year. They have a big gala in the fall. And whenever I donate a piece to them, they put my signage out and share my pages and things like that. And then they do a silent auction. So I've had pieces go, for hundreds of dollars that they've raised for this charity. And it's like a win-win situation. So I think rather than worrying about dropping your prices so much just to get this piece to sell, I would say look at other avenues, look at other ways to get this piece out there. You don't have to take next to nothing for all of the hard work that you've put into it.
Boy, those are some really great options, the auctions for charity. And even talking about what you said earlier, Jen, about, using the piece in your home, because if you use it in your home, for maybe 6 months, maybe a year, who knows, maybe it will just sell immediately once you put it back on the marketplace after you've had it in your home for a while. So that's great options.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've had that happen a couple times actually, where, it hasn't sold. So I find a space for it and I still keep it out there. It's still out there on my page and somebody might be scrolling through and see it. And then it kind of sparks interest again. Or the other thing that you can do is kind of take it off for a while, maybe use it in your home or put it in storage. And then a few months later, restyle it, restage it, just get different pictures from a different perspective. I know there's a lot of furniture painters that will also repaint a piece and that helps get it sold. So don't get discouraged if a piece doesn't sell right away. There are definitely other options.
I've often wondered as well, there would be a potential opportunity for, especially I guess if you're in a smaller town, maybe there's some boutiques downtown and maybe you have a couple of your pieces in a clothing store.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess there's always a possibility of wear and tear on the piece, but being able to have it in a place that people aren't necessarily expecting to see it, and then they see it shopping for clothes, if you can get your tag on there, I guess you would need to give a percentage to the boutique owner, but at least that's a way to get your piece out there in front of people.
Absolutely. And I did that in the beginning. There was two little boutiques downtown. One is a flower shop that also sells, home decor and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
The other one was pretty much the same. And it was kind of mutually beneficial for both of us because both of these shops kind of needed display. They needed a piece of furniture to put some of their product on. But then also I would put my information up too so people could see it. And I did sell pieces that way too. And with both of these shops, that's what I did. I reached out to them, and said, hey, are you guys ever looking for a piece of furniture? Is there something that you want? And they both did take a percentage of it. But all you have to do in that case is mark your piece up. If they want to take 20%, then I would mark my price up 20% so that you're not losing any money on that either.
Wow, that's really great. And like you just said, who wouldn't want a beautiful piece of furniture in your shop? I mean, that's only going to help the looks of your shop. And so like you said, it's beneficial for both parties.
Right.
Well, thanks, Jen. Your answers to Jess's questions are extremely helpful. Jen, provide your contact info for those that would like to reach out to you.
Sure. It's Perfectly Imperfect Furniture RES. So it's kind of short for Perfectly Imperfect Furniture Restoration. But if you just type in Perfectly Imperfect on Instagram, you'll probably find me. And I'm on Facebook too. Same name.
All righty. Thanks again, Jen, for taking the time to join us today. Have a great day.
Thanks. You too, Lane.
Our podcast is available in several locations now, multiple podcast directories, thezebrablog.com, on YouTube, and now on our new site, enjoyzebra.com. We will continue to have thezebrablog.com to highlight our furniture refinishing community with monthly featured furniture refinishing artists, refinishing contests, essentially all things related to furniture refinishing. A few weeks ago, I was invited on the Katja podcast. We had a great time chatting. It was a bit of a challenge as I had to answer the questions this time. If you would like to check out that interview and learn more about Zebra and this podcast, go to YouTube and type in the Katja podcast, episode 28. Thanks again, Katja, for having me on. It's time for a new monthly contest theme for the Zebra Review. It's study desks for the September theme. Entries are open until September 30th, 2020. Many of you have been creating the ideal home workstation for your kids' school spaces by refinishing study desks, or maybe you just refinished a desk because your spouse is working from home. Either way, we are eager to see them and recognize the top 3. Use the hashtag #TheZebraReview and you'll have your pieces before our judging panel as they will choose 3 winners. We will be featuring a guest judge each month with our Zebra Review judges. The guest will be the first place winner of the previous month's contest. This month's guest is Jen with Perfectly Imperfect Furniture Restoration. She was our first place winner for August. Welcome, Jen. Great prizes await the winners from Paint Couture Paint, D Lawless Hardware, Gary's Big Bowls, Surf Prep Sanding, and Zebra Paintbrushes. All pieces refinished from January 1st, 2020 to September 30th, 2020 are eligible for entry. We hope you enjoyed this episode of the Zebra Blogs Before and After Furniture Refinishing podcast. Today's episode is also featured on thezebrablog.com along with contact information for today's guest. Your comments and suggestions for future episodes are always welcome, and we encourage you to share those by clicking on the podcast slide in our header at thezebrablog.com. That's zebra with an I blog.com. Thanks for listening. Stay safe and happy refinishing.